Hello world, Shelly here, and Happy New Year! Today I want to talk about one of the New Year's habits that I'm hoping to get into with regards to my skincare routine for 2023, and that is dermarolling, or very, very fine microneedling, because it has so many benefits for your skin, particularly as you start aging. And it's something that I have started and stopped and started and stopped and started and stopped and never gotten into a routine. Like, it's never stuck as a habit. So it's one of those things that I would like to get into a good habit with it for 2023. And about 6 weeks ago, 2 months ago, I was contacted by a company called Banish. And, oh, I get so many emails, you guys. I delete most of them. But Banish caught my attention because they had seen a video of mine where I was complaining about vitamin C serums that add colorant, typically orange, to make you have this aesthetic sense that you are putting vitamin C on your face. But the problem is when vitamin C, especially if you're doing L-ascorbic acid, which is my favorite form of vitamin C, when it starts to spoil and go bad, it's less effective, of course. And when that happens, Ziva, get down. When that happens, the serum will change colors. So if there's orange colorant already in the serum, you can't tell that it went bad, and you could be using a worthless serum on your face. So they reached out and said, hey, we've got a clear vitamin C serum. Would you like to try it? And I said, yes, please. It's L-ascorbic acid, my favorite. Oh, bad YouTuber. Forgot to turn my phone off. Oh, it's from Sephora. New from Dior. Okay, we'll read that later. So I've been trying out these Banish products, and the other product that they sent me a couple things. They're dermaroller, but it's not a roller. Their microneedling device, the Banisher. And we're going to talk all about this after we talk about why you want to dermaroll in the first place. So thank you to Banish for sending me these products. I have been using them for about 6 weeks now. This is not sponsored. I'm not being paid for this. They sent them in PR, so I've been trying them out. Now, let's talk about dermarolling in general. Why would you want to do this? The whole idea is that you're taking micro needles and rolling them on your face, your neck, your décolleté, the backs of your hands, whatever it is you're doing. And that process is going to stimulate the body to send like growth factor, communication between cells. That tells the body, hey, we need some collagen production, we need some repair, we need all the things that your body did really well when you were younger. These things start slowing. The communication between your cells starts slowing down. It is not as effective, and your body then loses some of that youthfulness in the repairing of your skin and keeping your skin as healthy as possible. So what you're doing when you're micro rolling or micro needling, to this extent, we're not talking about like cosmetic needles. This is like 0.25 millimeters depth. It's very, very, very micro. You are stimulating your body to do the things it did better when it was more youthful, and therefore your skin is getting the benefits of increased collagen production, and any topical skincare that you put on top of your skin after you've created these micro needles, these little micro tiny holes, will potentially penetrate more deeply. It will be more effective, and it's overall a very gentle procedure. Theoretically, according to Penn Skincare, Penny is my absolute go-to. She's a professional esthetician, and I'm actually going to link her video. I'm not going to give you a how-to tutorial demo on how to do dermarolling. It's much more complex than I am comfortable explaining without having any professional degrees or anything. So I will link Penn Skincare's video on this topic down below. But essentially, theoretically, according to Penny, you could do this every day. Would you want to? Probably not. The thing is, these micro holes that you're making in your skin, they close up within an hour. Like, there's no evidence that you did this. It's not there's no downtime. You know, generally speaking, the advice that I've read in various places is that after you've done your microneedling, you don't want to wear makeup that day, so I would do it in the evening and then let your skin recover overnight, and then tomorrow you're fine. But typically the recommendation I see and what I've been doing is doing this once per week. And I'm personally focusing on my sun damage right here. This is the more textured side of my face that got all of the sun exposure, driving an hour each way to work for 10 years without wearing sunscreen. And I've got some, you can probably see some sun damage here. I've had some people say that that is probably hormonal, but I feel like I've tested this out in the sun, and where my jawline creates shade on my neck, but then where my neck fat makes my neck visible again, I think it's sun damage from not taking my sunscreen down my neck. Another habit that I need to get better at in 2023, as well as sunscreening my arms. But that is a different video, different habit that we can talk about for the new year. But I do think that my sun damage, I think it is sun damage that's coming out. I don't think that's hormonal. I think the placement of it makes it very much, it's based on my weight and the way the sun hits my face. So that's where I have been focusing. Now I'm going to show you this on my hands because I've already done my skincare. Thank you, Merit. This is my Merit face. If you missed my video on my no makeup with Merit Beauty, this is my new favorite out the door makeup look. It's almost no makeup at all, but it's gorgeous and it just looks fresh and happy. Yay! Tangents. So, highly recommend if you want to get into dermarolling, go check out Penn Skincare. Now, what she's using is a dermaroller device. I got this on Amazon. The one that she gets is also off Amazon. It's about $15. It's a 0.25 millimeters in depth of the needles, and it's essentially a roller that has needles. Tiny, tiny, tiny little needles that stick out of the roller base, and you roll it on your face, backs of your hands, neck, décolleté, etc. And then you follow it up with your skincare. Now, the argument that Banish makes is that when you are using a roller device, by virtue of it being round and being rolled on your face, the needles are actually like coming in from an angle and then coming out at an angle. And so their device does not roll. It is flat. So this is the Banisher, and it's got a cap on it that screws on that you can also use as your cap to disinfect it. So you've got a fill line here. You can fill it up with alcohol, or I like to disinfect. This was something I learned from Penn as well. Penny effort to destroy the bacteria. And so their device is flat. And since it's white and my camera lights, I don't know if you're going to be able to see the needles on the base of the device, but it's flat. So there's not going to be any rolling in or out of the needles coming in at any kind of angle. You're just going to press it into the skin and release. And they recommend 4 to 5 presses per spot that you're targeting. I don't go more than 3. I do 2 to 3 because I'm starting slow and I don't want to cause irritation to my skin. Now, the backs of my hands are clean. I washed them right before I sat down here. And I am just going to go, and there's really no pain. It's just pressure. And so I'm going to press each spot 3 times. I will do. Now, because the base of this is flat, there is no curving, no rolling, no curving. And this doesn't hurt. It just feels like something pokey. I'm not bleeding. There's no, like, we're not going that deep into anything here. This is very, very gentle. And so after you have done your rolling, you don't want to set this like on a counter or anything. Don't touch it to any surfaces where it can pick up germs, bacteria, anything like that. Put the cap back on it until you're ready to do your disinfecting. And then here I've got the Dark Spot Corrector Vitamin C. It is an L-ascorbic acid vitamin C serum. It also has vitamin E and ferulic acid in it, which helps to keep L-ascorbic acid stable. And look at this, it's completely clear. Bravo clear, because that means we will know when this has started to go bad. And then when it starts to change color, if you see any tint of color in it, you don't want to use it. It's no longer good. It's not going to hurt you. It's just probably not going to help you. So we pat our serum in. I smear it in. Give it a good pat. I like to do a little pat, pat, pat to kind of stimulate blood flow. Now, if you're doing this on your face, you'll want to do like outward, downward. Penn Smith goes into all of the lymphatic drainage and all of the good stuff there with helping to the directions that you should roll your face, or in this case we would do this and then pat out. And that's essentially it. You put your skincare on. Now this is where you would not want to be using, this is not the time to do your hardcore acids. You're going to want to do any kind of nourishing skincare, toners, anything that's going to add humectants, hydration. Vitamin C is okay for this level of microneedling. I'll give you a close-up of my hand. You see there's no blood. There's no, we're not really, you can't even tell that anything penetrated my skin. It doesn't feel like poking needles. It just feels like a rough thing. It's not painful. It's not painful at all. But this is not the time to go into exfoliation. This is the time to do things that are going to nourish your skin, treatment things like vitamin C, because we're going to deal with hyperpigmentation with vitamin C. We're going to help stimulate collagen production with vitamin C. You want your nourishing kinds of actives. And that's the extent of it. Then you put some moisturizer on. In my case, I usually just do vitamin C and moisturizer when I do my dermarolling. And I'm just going to use this is my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, because I have it here and I love it. And it smells so nice. And it makes my skin look so good. It's expensive. That's expensive. But can I say that it is worth the expense? I don't know. I buy it anyway. I like it. Now, Banish does have a few other products that I've been testing. 2 other things. They've sent me their vitamin C cream, daily brightening moisturizer. Now, I use this in the mornings. I don't do it after I've done the serum, because I just don't want to double dose too much, because more vitamin C, it's not a more is more thing. Vitamin C can actually be irritating to some people depending on the strength of it and your skin sensitivity. It's not sensitizing to me, but I use this in the morning as vitamin C in the morning. Always wear sunscreen when you're doing any of these kinds of skincare products. And then they also sent me their pumpkin enzyme mask, which is for exfoliation and dark spots. And it's lovely. I enjoy it very much. It is the kind of mask, let's look at the ingredients here. Pumpkin fruit, blueberry fruit extract, sugarcane extract, orange peel extract. So we're going like heavy on the vitamin C types of things. You basically paint it on and leave it on for 10-15 minutes like most of the paint on masks, and wash it off. So I am highly enjoying the Banish products. Let's talk price, because that is going to be the sticking point with stuff like this. Now, you go for a dermaroller on Amazon, $15. Very cost effective. You should be replacing your rollers every 8 to 10 uses. So if you are using this once a week, every 8 to 10 weeks, you're going to replace this several times per year, because the needles start to get dull, and you don't want that. You're going to cause irritation instead of penetration, and you want to have good needles. So you can go with a roller. Now, the Banisher I think it's version 2.0. I never tried version 1.0, so I don't know. This is 2.0. The Banisher is $69, and that's expensive. Why am I summoning that's expensive all today? Kathleen Lights, I need to catch up on. I haven't seen. Is she even posting videos anymore? I don't even know. I'm so behind on my YouTube watching. $69, and they recommend replacing it after 8 uses. So if you do the math on that, and every other month you buy a new one of these, we're talking over $400 a year for just this device, not to mention the cost of any skincare that you're using with it. That's getting up there. Now, what I really wish is that this device, like you could buy the handle and then replace like a cartridge or something on the end of this to replace the needles at a less expensive price point. That would be very nice. I would love, I wonder if I tag her, if she would see this and do a video on the difference between the rolling action versus a straight penetration action, and if that actually is a big concern in terms of this procedure. I would love to hear Penny's opinion on that, because that could sway me one way or the other. It does logically make sense to me that this would be a better approach, to not have any kind of angular insertion of needles and just have a straight on insertion of the needle. But I don't know if it's actually that important. I am not an esthetician. I don't know if that really is a major concern. So I would love to hear feedback on that. If we have any estheticians in the audience here, is anyone here watching that could give an opinion as to whether or not that's a big deal? If it is, then I would spend the money, because I'm the kind of person that if something's effective and it's good for me, and I will spend the money. I'm not opposed to spending the money. But this one, it's up there. You're talking, you know, $500 a year for your skincare. Now, if you commit to this, they do have a subscription program through their website, 15% off if you do like a renewing subscription. And that's a chunk of change. So, you know, if you're going to make this a habit and turn it into a commitment, then I would go that route for sure. My overall impression, the product's well made. The instructions that it comes with are thorough and really good. I love that they're taking into account some really what I think are common sense things with their skincare, in terms of things like not coloring the vitamin C, for example. And good skincare, you could pay for it. You know, you're paying for some innovation and things like that as well. So I'm not opposed to spending the money, but I would love to hear if any esthetician out there has an opinion on the level of importance of the roller action of needles versus a straight on action of needles. I would love to hear that. We'll see. I'll tag Penny and see if she does. She has no idea who I am, so I talk about her like she's my BFF, but she has no idea who I am. I just obsessively consume her videos and her advice, and she explains things really well, and I trust her. So I will link her dermarolling video. She has actually an entire playlist of dermarolling videos and microneedling videos, but I will link the one that has the tutorial on using the roller in my description box down below. Let me know. Have you tried dermarolling? Are you a fan of it? Do you do it regularly? What skincare do you like to use in combination? It'll really depend what your skin needs. You might not need vitamin C. So what are you using in combination with the dermarolling process? Let me know down in the comments below. And as always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over skincare with me. I appreciate your time, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.